What fuels you? La, 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 love.
People love lots of things. Money, clothes, chocolate, fluffy kitties. But for Grant and Dawn in Redwood Falls, Minnesota, it's simply dirt. And lots of it. Their story starts off as a love story.
I grew up in Redwood Falls.
Dawn vowed she'd never marry a farmer, but then she met Grant.
The only way I got to spend any time with him was if I was sitting beside him in a tractor. I didn't know how to run a riding lawnmower.
She learned, and as it turned out, she fell in love with the tractor, farming, and of course, Grant.
Farmers don't like talking about love.
But even so, that love was about to change more than they bargained for.
I love farming. It's something I've enjoyed doing since I was a kid, working side by side with my dad, my grandfather, my uncles. The biggest thing is Dawn, not being from the farm, kept on asking me why. Why are we doing this? Why are we making a second tillage pass? Why are we spraying for this? Why are we planting this? And that kept me thinking all the time. And eventually it's like, why are we doing this? Well, I couldn't come up with a good reason. So we started changing things.
They stopped tilling and started planting off-season cover crops, or green manure as you could call it, that feeds the soil and is used for cattle grazing. They started to see changes. They could farm when others couldn't. Their fields weren't flooding like their neighbors. And they fell in love all over again with something new. Worms.
I love worms.
Yep, Grant and Dawn just get tickled over worms. That's because the more worms they find in their soil, the more they know they're doing things right. They went from 2 to 3 earthworms per spadeful when they first started to over 20.
They do all our work for us. They're moving nutrients all the time. They're doing our tillage, they're doing our water infiltration. They're our free employees. No-till is key for us, so we disturb the least amount of soil possible.
We are breaking tradition, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Change is inevitable. Mother Nature has been pretty dang tough on us here. Having regenerative agricultural practices has given us resilience so that we can adapt to the things that she's been hitting us over the head with. This works everywhere in the world. It's the same principles that can be applied to any piece of ground anywhere in the world, and it is happening everywhere. It's just part of the love of farming that you want to be able to pass that on to other generations.
So as the sun sets on another beautiful day at Stoney Creek Farm, they're going to continue their practice of no-tilling, planting cover crops, and integrating their cattle grazing on their farm to have happy and healthy cows. And a donkey, too. Jenny agrees with us.